truck.
I'm seeing it for the first time. 463 Industries sent me a new set of wheels to test, and I'm here at Alliance Auto Care with Joe. Joe.
What's up, guys?
Joe got them set up for me. So we got some Beadlocks from 460. Oh my gosh.
Come on in. Let's look at this thing.
Henry killed it. Dude. Look at, how's my truck so clean? Look at this. Look at that. Dude, that is, so Beadlocks. Joe, let's talk about what a beadlock is and why someone who drives a G Wagon might want beadlocks.
All right, so beadlocks fundamentally are a way to mechanically mount the tire to the rim. In other words, the bead is physically bolted and pinched on the rim. So you can run this with 0 PSI all the way flat and it will not come off.
God, those are good looking.
It's one of the big Achilles heel of the off-road world. So in doing this, we have now made the truck completely capable. You can run this down the flat, you can run off-road, you can run it so the tire will try to pull off the rim, but it won't, and not have to worry about it. So that's the key benefit of beadlocks.
So Henry with 463 Industries sent these to me. And by the way, this is, he did not pay for this video, and he said, I want you to bead on them and give you my feedback.
Yep.
What was your feedback when you unboxed these things?
I was impressed. A couple of reasons why. One is I love the fact that they're matte finish. First off, I mean, aesthetics, looks, they look good. I mean, so I'll go over a couple of details. So aesthetically, I think they look sharp. They're a lot far departure from the typical Hutchinsons or other brands out there, which is just a solid face. So
do you have a set of Hutchinsons?
I do. In fact, I can.
Yeah, we'll walk over there in a second.
So that's one thing. The second thing is this is more of a conventional style beadlock than the other beadlocks. It is a cast wheel, but because it's a bolt-on face and the back just has a lip ring for it to hold on, these are inherently lighter. I did compare the weight of the two, and they are substantially different.
Sure. You said like 20 pounds a wheel.
They're substantial.
Holy smokes.
It's one like the Hutchinson with the insert you're picking up and you're sweating. This one you can one-handed. It's pretty nice. So the other thing is, where is it? The air Schrader valve is tucked in.
Henry, brilliant.
Yeah, so that's really cool. So we actually, we did put your CTI, not your CTI, your tire pressure sensors in here.
You didn't install CTIS for me?
Shut up. Actually, I touched on that. So because this is so far recessed, we could put your tire pressure sensors in there and not have to worry about how rocks smacking and breaking the tips of those off. Now, if you want to run CTIS on this for portals, you can pop the center cap out, and because you have such a great dish here, you can actually run the cable through and run it into the wheel and not really risk catching it, just because you have a couple of inches to work with from the face.
That was one of the issues for portals, right? I said I didn't have wheels for portals.
Totally. So this is actually pretty cool. I like them.
And the offset, let's take a look. Oh, the stance. I mean, that's really similar to the, I believe these are 20.
I think
20.
Yep.
20 mil offset.
I got the box back here.
And the offset on the Alpha equipped wheels, do you have those Alphas somewhere nearby?
I do.
So the Alpha equipped wheels that I had on this, dude, those look, I gotta say, the pictures of these online do not do it justice at all, because the aftermarket for G Wagon wheels is very small and it's actually shrinking.
Yeah.
Alpha equipped.
These are only 20 offset.
These are 20, and these are the old wheels I had, which I scraped the snot of wheeling, and I don't know where the bent one is.
It's under there, but yeah.
Was that me or you?
No, it was you.
Oh, cool. So anyway, I destroyed the heck out of these in 5 months. Yeah, we'll find the bend. But anyway, Alpha equipped was one of the main wheel options.
They're about the only one, aside from a few other people. But
yeah.
I mean, for a while they were the only player. They had some cool styles, but not sure what happened to them.
Yeah, we don't know. So Alpha equipped has no website any longer. All the wheels that are on Tire Rack are on clearance, and they haven't updated their Instagram. So there's nothing. We have no news on that. So wheel options right now are limited. We've got 463 Industries. You've got
Hutchinson.
Are they still making?
They are. They're tough to get. They're sporadic. You got Hutchinson. You got Tibus or Tibus, however you want to put it. Extreme Ratio has a set. Eurowise is coming out with a set of their beadlocks, and I've had a chance to handle one of those, and those are massive.
Yeah.
So from a beadlock standpoint, as far as you go with overall size, those are probably the biggest players out there.
Gosh, are those hot?
From a just daily use, God, these
Yeah.
really.
And you know,
the bill.
I interviewed Henry to hear his story of 463 Industries, which we will show in just a minute. But so you can see it a little easier now how the fill valve is hidden, so you can't shear it off. Brilliant. How often do I got to torque these?
Not sure if we're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out.
We already did a retorque on them once. I don't know if you noticed. I put about 50 miles on it yesterday.
Oh, perfect.
It was my my errand runner for the day.
Yeah, gotta love it. You leave Joe your truck and it comes back empty. No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't do that. Joe's very courteous. So, Henry, thank you. I'm going to be giving honest, real-world feedback on wheeling these. I desperately needed a set of beadlocks because when we wheel, I was out snow wheeling. I had to drop down without beadlocks to about 6 psi.
Yeah, when we wheel, we default to keep going and just keep airing down. Let's see what happens. We have all the recovery gear. So when it comes to testing stuff out, we're going to put it through its paces.
You mentioned we have all the recovery gear. Last time I was out wheeling, I learned that I did not have, because I buried my truck in snow about yay deep. And then it took 2 hours to get out. And I was in a place that needed my strap wasn't long enough.
Oh.
And we were stuck so deep that the winch that tried to pull me out didn't budge the truck. So we tried to do a double pull and then pulled it out of the spool. Anyway, videos on the channel. Go check it out. 4Runner versus G Wagon. Joe, let's go take a look at those Hutchinson beadlocks to compare them side by side. But look at the offset of those wheels. Just like they stick out just enough.
Actually,
where it doesn't look like a...
this is perfect offset. So this is a 550, so it's got the narrow flares. If you were to run AMG flares, it would be just about perfectly covered. So to answer the question, will they fit on your AMG? Yes, they will fit within the fenders.
Yeah. I personally like a little poke.
I do too.
But you'll say goodbye to your paint, which I did before.
Yeah.
I said goodbye to them. Hey, look at this, my bumper's fixed.
Yeah, kind of.
Ish.
We needed more of a come along to make that happen.
More than anyway, this bumper has seen its fair share of strikes and bends and broken headlight housing. And even down to like down here, we had, where did you relocate?
All right, so here's what we did. So I remember the first hit on this bumper, like we just installed it.
You were watching.
This right here was number one. And Adam, this is one of those like moments. I'm like, come on, we're going to go up this rock. And he goes, boom, right on the front of it.
In my defense, I thought that the approach angle on this was better than it is.
Anyway, so we corrected. We've got hits all over the place. This bumper is actually pretty stout. Now, it is a hydroform bumper, so that's a key difference from your typical plate steel bumper. I've got a LaTeX bumper on another truck in here. We can compare them. And actually, I've got a video out on my channel comparing this bumper with LaTeX bumper. There are different construction differences, and I go over that, and there are pros and cons. This one is a very aggressive-looking bumper. There's a lot to it up front. You've got a lot of protection with the brush guards and whatnot. The LaTeX one, or even the JWO one, it's more svelte, more dainty, but different construction.
Yeah, this one looks cool.
This one looks cool, but not quite as strong. But so one of the things we found is because it is hydroform, it's susceptible to bending. Now, it can only take so many hits, and it actually hit the bottom of the light panel here and shoved this whole panel up.
Which, by the way, I have a video doing that. You just don't see the front end of the impact because, you know.
So, and then other little things, just through trial and error, we actually relocated your air chuck, so it's up here.
Oh, look at that. That is like way more logical. So it used to be here.
Yeah.
And then literally, well, I think the second or third wheeling trip.
Well, we put it down here just for simplicity. I think we actually had it poking like right through here.
Yeah.
And, you know, for most people that works. And I was asking him, like, how are you going to wheel this truck? He's like, I don't know. I'm going to go take it off-roading and stuff. I'm like, okay, dirt roads, blah, blah, blah. Here we go.
Yeah, you thought I was a pansy.
And then he comes back, and we kept the air chuck, but there's an edge of it worn off. It's now shaped in a D. So,
oh, yeah. There it is.
I said, oh, let's leave it on there.
Yeah. So that was from... that was actually on fins and things in Moab.
But it's all little details. Like, it's an air chuck, but you see, it's not just an air hose. We actually took the time to wrap it in a nylon braided line as well.
Yeah.
So, little details.
Little details matter. So these wheels are amazing. I'll be giving updates as we go on their durability. I got to give them a 10 out of 10 on the cosmetic side of things because, gosh, that's hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's just that simple.
You know what makes these look really cool? Covered in mud.
Yeah, well, it was covered in mud until you washed it.
I know. Look at my floor.
Oh, yeah. I live off a dirt road, so it's always dirty. Let's go take a look at those Hutchinson wheels. By the way, if you're interested in wheels for your G Wagon, it's one of the easiest ways to make any G Wagon look new. I mean, you know, these things are timeless design.
Yep.
One of the things that screams I'm old is the wheels. And the factory wheels can be cool, but I feel like they need a fresh coat, a powder coat.
Every factory wheel needs powder coat.
Yeah,
Every factory
they're
wheel
just-
needs to be painted something different. And you can go that route. There's no
Yeah.
wrong answer there. But there's 10,000 ways to step up the look of your truck. Wheels are the easiest, lowest hanging fruit, and it has the best bang for the buck.
Yeah, and you can get awesome tires. I am very for going to a smaller wheel size on a G, as opposed to what like street dudes want in like 22s, because the ride quality is so much better with more sidewall.
Yes, on a G though, 18-inch wheels where you want to stop.
Yeah.
Don't go any smaller. The reason is 18-inch wheels allows you to run your 4-piston calipers for your G550, or if you want to go to a 63, you can fit 18-inch wheels on a 63.
Which I have G63 brakes on the way. Are they going to be red?
Yeah, in fact, I've got your parts here, most of them.
What?
Yep.
My truck's been here for a bit. I'm taking it home.
Okay.
I'll bring it back another day. Anyway, next time you see it, it'll have brake
Yep.
upgrade.
Stay
So let's
tuned.
take a look at the Hutchinson wheels.
This is the Hutchinson variant on this truck
I
over
love
here.
this truck.
In fact, this truck has a Latec front end on it as well.
Yeah, let's take a look. Hutchinson wheels.
Good
So
parts on.
beautiful wheels, by the way. Correct me if I'm wrong. Actually made for military application.
Yep, this is their civilian version. So when Hutchinson made, there's two versions of this. And over at my other building, we've got the old school military 16-inch Hutchinsons. I've also got another set of 18-inch military Hutchinsons with the portal axle bolt pattern. But these are their kind of civilian use. But they touted this is one of their claim to fame was this is the only DOT certified beadlock out there. And they put that on there. So it's kind of cool. It is a cool design. They're hard to get. They're phasing it out. So
Hard to get, incredibly heavy, incredibly expensive.
yes, I don't think we can emphasize those last two enough. They're
Let me-
incredibly heavy and incredibly expensive.
Yeah. So
I'm not a small dude. I work out every day and I struggle with these. These are like,
yeah.
forget it.
Also, less hidden,
Yep.
a lot less protected. I mean, this is still protected, let's be honest.
It is.
However, it is not quite as protected.
Now, there's one thing I'm going to share, and I'm going to get ridiculed for this. It's one of the things I don't like about these wheels, and it's how they're constructed. And this is actually my second set of this exact wheel on this truck, and I've actually got two bent wheels on this truck as we speak.
You bent these?
Yeah. They're not super strong. The face of the wheel is the actual structural element. You notice it's all one piece where it bolts on, it acts as a hub, and it acts as the face of the wheel. This is a structural element. The rear part of it, the actual barrel of the wheel, is literally just that. It's a flat barrel that doesn't have any other architectural curves in it, so it bolts right to the face. What I'm finding is the barrel will bend.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. And
So how does this compare to 463?
that's what I'm dying to find out.
Henry will let you know.
So I actually put a video together of an unboxing on this, and I actually compared it against the Hutchinson wheels that I've got at the other shop.
Yeah.
And the Hutchinson wheels over there are big, they're beefy, they're heavy, but the barrel's straight versus the 463 wheels have spots so you can move the tires on and off the wheel. I did the hip thing, but
Hey, it's like vehicle.
it actually acts as a huge addition for strength because anytime you add architectural elements that different angles and whatnot, it's going to go up strength-wise.
Yeah, beautiful.
So really stoked to try that. I've run these for a couple of years. I've destroyed a set of these as my second set. I can't wait.
Yeah, Henry, thank you. 463 Industries. If you want to shop for wheels, hop on to 463industries.com. I'll put a link in the description again. Henry did not pay for this video. He asked for me to hammer on the wheels. He says there's no way to get better than getting real world feedback. It says a lot about a company.
Totally.
So totally love it. And then let's take a quick look at this bumper because, again, this bumper looks sick. It really does. It looks awesome.
Yep, so I'll go into this. So this is actually a Latec bumper. We built this truck 5-6 years ago. Key difference on this one, and this is what we call a plate welded bumper. So it's a bunch of flat plates that are welded together to create the way it looks. It is different from that in the respect that it's a lot smaller. You don't have the big brush guard up top, but it's physically a tighter package overall. But the other thing about this is it's not going to bend quite like the hydroforming wheel just because you have all these different angles that are welded together. So if it does take a hit, it's going to have a tendency to bounce back and keep its true form. Both bumpers hold winches nicely. They're tucked up, they're out of the way. Your approach and departure angles are a little better on this just because it's angled up on the side. So
Yeah, I will say this bumper, I love the simplicity and I love the approach angle. You know what I don't like? I don't think this would look good on a newer G. I think this looks good on older Gs.
yeah, I'll tend to agree there. The other thing I don't like is it's coming out of Germany and it's very difficult to get your hands on it in a timely manner. So that's from a sales perspective, it's very difficult to run a business that way.
Yeah.
So-
We're Americans, if you haven't noticed.
We
I know we got a lot of
yeah.
folks watching this channel from all over the place, which I love. So fantastic.
Yeah, this is actually a 1997. Was a G320. We converted it to a G300. We put an OM606 in it. Fully automatic, again, standalone controller, all the Gucci stuff.
Oh,
It's
in
a
the
cool truck.
sexiest interior. Is it open?
It's open.
Well, we're going to take a look at this interior. I actually looked at this exact truck, and like how hot, wait for it. If only the camera did it justice. Because these seats, this leather, with that green exterior, like, dude, it is just gorgeous. Down to the detail in here with the green trim, like, love this. Window controls for those that don't know. So just beautiful. And even down to headliner matching the seats, like absolutely no detail left undone. Joe, thank you. I can see what you did here too. Yeah. We'll play hard and get your wallet out.
Hey man, it's what we do.
So,
Come see us. We'll knock this out of the park for you.
If you're interested in getting your G built up, Joe can bring any dream to life. He's built both of mine, and we're over here at Alliance Auto Care in Loveland. Joe doesn't sponsor the channel. He doesn't pay me a thing, even though I've tried to get him to, but it just doesn't work that well.
Yeah. Thanks again.
Yeah. Thanks for doing this video. Next time you jump on, you're going to see that truck, my white one. We'll give an update on the the 463 industry wheels, and you're going to see the G63 brake upgrade because it needs it with this much weight up front. This thing doesn't stop as fast as I wish it did. Thanks for tuning in. If you want more of these videos, subscribe to the channel and jump right into this next one. YouTube thinks you're really going to love it, and we'll see you soon.